Hey there. It's October 9th and time for Proverbs 9. Let's jump over there. And we're still in the prep phase, I call it, talking about the way of wisdom. And he has said this at the front of most chapters in the early part of Proverbs. But we'll read it again, huh? Wisdom has built her house. She has hewn her 7 pillars. She has slaughtered her beasts. She has mixed her wine. She has also set her table. She has sent out her young women to call from the highest places in the town whoever is simple. Let him turn in here. To him who lacks sense, she says, come, eat of my bread and drink of the wine I have mixed. Leave your simple ways and live and walk in the way of insight. Right. Or leave the company of the simple. Away from those kind of people, right? Hey. Okay, this one is highlighted from last time. I can't remember why. Whoever corrects a scoffer gets himself abuse, and he who reproves a wicked man incurs injury. Do not reprove a scoffer, or he will hate you. Reprove a wise man, and he will love you. Now, on the internet, now you don't know who the wise or the foolish are, but people love to argue with him, right? You could see one little picture with a caption, and then for the next 200 frames are people arguing with you about it. And people jump into those arguments, right? And they end up, a lot of them, and you can tell right away if they're wise or not. If they are wise, they will love you. They will say, thank you, you're right. If they're not, they will call you names. They will laugh at you. And if you do it in person, right? If you try to argue with some of these protesters and stuff, they're going to punch you, right? You could get injured by trying to correct a scoffer. A scoffer is somebody who is proud, haughty, arrogant, and conceited. Okay? They think they're right, and you can't tell them anything else. So, yeah, reprove a wise man, and he will love you. Give instruction to a wise man, and he will be still wiser. Teach a righteous man, and he will increase in learning. Okay? People that are wise, seeking wisdom, are always seeking wisdom from anybody they can, all right? One of the secrets of being wise is to realize that everybody on earth knows something that you don't know, okay? You don't know everything. And there's 8 billion people, and every one of them knows something you don't know, right? If you could talk to every one of them and learn stuff, you can't. But if you could, you would be all wise. But only God is all wise because he does know the thoughts of every single one of them, right? So, right. So, verse 10. This is important. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, and knowledge of the Holy One is insight. Right? Fear of the Lord. Okay. We learn that in James 1:5. Right? You must fear the Lord, walk with the Lord first, and then ask for wisdom, and he will give it to you. If you have faith that you know you'll get it, right? And not hope. You know you'll get it for asking. Right? But the beginning is fear of the Lord, reverence, awe, walking. And when they talk about fear, they're talking about being afraid to disappoint him, to go against his ways. That's what fear of the Lord is, right? It's not the fear of being crushed or, or killed or chopped up or anything. It's the fear of disappointing him. Okay? Knowledge of the Holy One is insight. Okay? If you seek wisdom, if you fear the Lord, he will draw you into his inner circle, and you will know things that other people don't. It's very important. Mm-hmm. In fact, we should make that yellow. For by me, wisdom, your days will be multiplied and years will be added to your life. If you are wise for yourself. Right? That's very important. If you scoff, you alone will bear it. Right? But I like this. If you are wise for yourself. Okay? Why am I personally doing this over and over again for 2 solid years? I want to be wise for myself. Okay? Not to show off, not to be haughty, arrogant, prideful, or conceited. Just for myself. Okay? I'm making these videos for myself. Okay? You're supposed to get wise for yourself. Okay? Because knowledge of the Holy One is insight. It will get you closer to God. Okay? Okay, now let's read about the opposite of wisdom who calls people to her feast. The way of folly. The woman of folly or foolishness is loud. She is seductive and knows nothing. She sits at the door of her house. She takes a seat on the highest places of the town, calling to those who pass by, who are going straight on their way. Whoever is simple, let him turn and hear. And to him who lacks sense, she says, stolen water is sweet, and bread eaten in secret is pleasant. But he does not know that the dead are there, and that her guests are in the depths of Sheol, or hell, as we know it today. Right. Stolen waters are eaten. I'm reading it over here in the 1599 Geneva Bible. But he knoweth not that the dead are there, and that her guests are in the depths of hell. So, there you go. You don't want to eat there, right? Stolen water is sweet. No, it's not. It says, other parts of Proverbs says, stolen water is sweet, but it turns to gravel in the stomach, right? So, there you go. That's Proverbs 9. More preparation for our learning of wisdom. We did highlight some stuff in here. Whoever corrects a scoffer, scoffer is proud, haughty, arrogant, conceited. If you try and correct these people, you're going to get abused, okay? They're going to yell at you. If you try to reprove a wicked man, incurs injury. They're going to yell at you. And if you do it in person, they're going to punch you. If you do it on the internet, they're just going to, you can say something if you want to find out who the fools or the wise people are, all right? Because they'll let you know, buddy. Let me tell you, they will let you know, right? Because they will abuse you online. They will call you horrible names and stupid, and how could you think this way? You will instantly know a wise man from a fool if you try and argue with somebody on the internet. And lots of people do. It's amazing. Reprove a wise man and he will love you. On the same time, if somebody is wise and seeking wisdom and you correct them on the internet, they will look into it and they'll say, you're right. Thank you. Right? Doesn't happen very often, but it does happen. Okay? And the most important one, the fear of the Lord, is the beginning of wisdom, and knowledge of the Holy One is insight. Okay? The beginning, very short. Before you begin to learn wisdom, you must fear the Lord, right? We talked about fear the Lord means being afraid to disappoint him. Okay? Afraid to go against his ways. Okay? It also means awe, respect, reverence. Okay? And you get knowledge of the Holy One. It says over here it's insight. It says over here it's understanding. He showeth that true understanding is to know the will of God in his word, which is meant by holy things. That's cool. He showeth what true understanding is, which is to know the will of God in his word, which is meant by holy things, right? Knowledge of the Holy One is to know the will of God by his word, the Bible, okay? And if you want to know if something's right or wrong, it's in the Bible, okay? Everything you need to live is in the Bible. So there you go. That's important. And 12, the most important, if you are wise for yourself. If you scoff, you alone will bear it. Okay? What's this say over here? If thou be wise, thou shalt be wise for thyself. And if thou be a scorner, thou alone shalt suffer. They have the best notes over here. Thou shalt have the chief profit and commodity thereof. Right? You're wise for yourself. You will reward yourself for getting wise. Okay? You're not getting wise so you can show off to your friends, so you can be haughty and look down your nose on people. I know more than you do. No. You're getting wise for yourself. And at the very, I can jump ahead in Proverbs 30, okay, one of the very last books. Agur, one of the smartest, wisest men, spent his life under the tutelage of Solomon, said, I have learned from all this that I am stupid, right? That I know nothing, right? I know nothing. One of the keys to being wise is knowing that you know nothing, right? You may know a lot of stuff, but every person on earth knows something that you don't know. Okay, so you can't know everything. Only God can know everything. But you can build up your own repertoire. Get wise for yourself. Okay, important stuff. So there you go. There's some important lessons in Proverbs 9. So, and tomorrow I think tomorrow we begin the actual Proverbs of Solomon. Now that we've got all the prep work out of the way, we spent 9 days preparing for this, preparing our hearts, preparing our souls, learning what wisdom is and why to get it for yourself and not for other people. So there you have it. Stay tuned later today. We are talking all about Jesus in our Through the Bible in a Year. We're to 283, I think, or something like that. And today we're doing Matthew 5, 6, and 7. Well, it'll be interesting to see what Matthew, the tax collector, his version of the gospel. So there you go. Give us a like if you think about it. But until later, we'll be back for more. See you then.